Hello and welcome back. I haven't been outside for quite a while now and it's looking a little sad for itself, but it is that time of year, it is winter. I've been so busy making sauces that I really haven't had a chance to come out here and take care of my garden. So there's a few things I need to do out here. And the big thing I want to get done today is get into that shed. I need to clear it out so I can get some grow tents set up, and we're going to start growing some chilies a little earlier than usual. Before we get started, I wanted to show you guys something that I'm immensely proud of. This week I received this in the post. This is the culmination of many months and many late nights, many weekends of work between my wife and myself to get my recipe book done. And I'm really proud of the result. And it's such a satisfying feeling to actually have a physical copy of all that hard work available to actually send out to you guys. The book is a lot more than just hot sauces. There are things about food safety, and there's a lot of the hot sauces that you would have seen already. There are also some meals in here, some snacks, some dry rubs, some pickles, jams, chutneys. There's quite a few things in here. It's something I hope that any of you chili heads out there are going to enjoy. I'm a bit nervous and also excited to see what you guys think of it. The first orders have actually gone out already. Thank you to all of you that purchased one. If you do want to get one for yourself, go check out my website. I'll leave a link down below as well. It's ChilliChump.com/shop and you'll see the book over there. Anyway, let's get on to checking out the shed and seeing what we're going to get up to in there. So this is the state of the shed at the moment, and it's a hell of a mess. I really just have not had a chance to get in here and do what I need to do, but that's what we're doing today. We're going to be emptying this out and making space. So as you would have seen in my previous video, I'm going to be making that area over there my grow area. So I'll be setting up the tent and also probably setting up my hydroponics table at some point in here. I just need to figure out how it's all going to fit in. We have pretty much unpacked everything from the side of the shed that I'm going to be working with, and it's looking nice and empty. I've got quite a bit of space here, and I need to just figure out how I'm going to actually get everything back in here once I've put my raised hydroponics bed over there, and I think my grow tent will go there. We're just going to see how it all fits in. The first thing I need to do though is get a plug socket in over there. So I've got some Arctic Flex, which is just a cable you can use outdoors. I've wired that up inside my house and we've got a decent run of it. As long as I don't exceed certain amps, then I should be just fine. So I'm going to just drill a hole over there and get the plug socket in. Okay, so I am going to build this tent. This is a grow tent that I received, and I will leave links to it down below. I was provided it for free, just as a disclaimer. I'll give you my honest opinion as I go through the season using it. Let's put it together and I'll show you the finished result. That actually went together far quicker than I thought it would, and it fits in just perfectly. I was worried that it might be a bit high, but actually it fits in just right. Actually looking across there, it probably would fit against the back as well. Just maybe. I think that's the perfect place for it. It does take up quite a bit of space. There we go, it's all installed, and honestly it was a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. Even getting that thing on, which I thought was going to be a pain. As long as you follow the instructions, which admittedly are not the best. But basically if you just take this frame, stick it on the side, you can basically unzip the whole thing and slot it on, and honestly that I think took me about 3 minutes. The shed is done. We have finished up and it's looking so much better. I can actually get around in here, lawnmower easy in and out, and you know, the shredder and all these other things over there. Easily get to that. and just makes it a bit more of a pleasure to work in here. We have all my garden tools over there, which is a bit more of a logical place than in the back of the shed because we use that stuff all the time. And there's a bit more shelving and stuff, so it allows me to just get things off the floor. Over here, this I'm going to be using for basically all the stuff that I'm going to be growing in here. So I'll be storing the lights in there, my tools, my gloves and all that sort of stuff. That thing over there is something my wife got me actually. It's for my seeds. So I don't keep my chili seeds in here because I like to keep them out the moisture and have a consistent sort of temperature. In the summer this can get quite hot, so just a little word of advice there: don't store your seeds somewhere where the temperature can get quite hot. You're probably going to ruin them. Anyway, let's have a look around here. This grow tent is actually pretty impressive. I was given it for free, so just a disclaimer. I know I've mentioned that a couple of times, but I just wanted to be clear. I wasn't told to say anything nice or say anything in particular actually about this. I was just literally given it and said give it a go, and I've been quite impressed. The quality seems pretty decent. I don't have too much to compare it to, but this material is thick. It's a nice solid material. This zip is a solid zip, and I'm pretty impressed with that. Normally when you're getting cheaper stuff from China, the zips that they put on there sort of, well, like I've had a few plastic greenhouses and the zips on there have been these tiny little things that are just rubbish. But this here is a proper substantial zip. There's a table in here now, and that's because it just makes it a lot easier to work in here, and there's still plenty space for the plants to grow. If the plants do outgrow this space, then I can always remove the table, but when I'm starting seeds and things like that, having the table in here is going to save my back. And we can see inside here lots of places for fans, extractors, anything like that. And down the bottom we've got a place to bring electricity into this, obviously for the lights and any fans that I put inside here, and potentially a heater as well. We'll see how that goes. So down here, this space is just my hydroponic stuff. This is mostly seed starting stuff. So there's all the IKEA stuff that I bought last year, and I'm going to use it again this year to start my seeds. It's going to make life so much easier. It worked really well last year. And the hydroponics bed that I built that's inside the greenhouse at the moment is going to fit perfectly in here. There's going to be enough of a center path over here so I can actually work on it very easily. It only comes out to about there. It's a 45 centimeter depth, so more than enough space. Anyway, that is looking pretty good. Happy with that. The plants themselves that I'm going to start in here, obviously they're going to end up inside the polytunnel and the greenhouse, but that's only later in the season. I'm never going to actually put heating inside the polytunnel or the greenhouse. There's just no reason to do that. It's just so inefficient. And we have a long enough season that if you start them right, if you get them going nicely indoors under lights, you'll get them to a point that, you know, around about April time here in the UK, where you can go and take them out and put them inside the greenhouse and the polytunnel, and you'll have a fantastic season and plenty harvests of chilies. If you want to see where the majority of the stuff that I took out of the shed is, it's basically inside here. And mostly it's garden stuff, so all my trays and things like that, and all my propagators, pots. Yeah, I've had to make use of this space for that. I am obviously not going to be using this again this year like I did last year, or beginning of this year actually. I obviously used this to start my seeds, but I think it's going to be a lot easier to work in the shed than it is to work inside this little greenhouse. So this is going to turn into a bit of a storage place for this sort of stuff. I look forward to sharing with you what I'm going to get up to inside the shed over there. I have already started work on some automation that I'm busy coding up, and that'll be automating what goes on in there. I'll share that all with you over the videos coming in the future. Make sure that you have subscribed. If you haven't, just do that. It helps the channel, and click the bell icon as well. It will alert you if there are new videos coming out. I try and keep a regular schedule. Every Friday at least I have a video coming out, but it's not always possible. But I also have some odd videos coming out at random times as well. Also, make sure you go check out my recipe book. Again, that helps my channel out immensely. If you do purchase one, it's got some great recipes in there, not just sauces, there's plenty other things as well. So go check it out, and until the next video, thank you so much for watching, and stay spicy.